Nice to see you.
Right here.
Hello.
How are you? Good.
How's everything?
Yeah, good. The big man is relaxing right now. He's taking every moment of rest that he can get. First of all, I'll say thanks, guys. This is, as always, Flex Online, and we're here in New York at the hotel. Can't say the name, but in Manhattan, downtown Manhattan. One day out from the New York Pro. We, Ramy just signed the contract yesterday, committed to doing the show, which was not an easy task, I have to say, because let me back this up a little bit. The off season, everything went perfect. He was at a good 335 coming to the Arnold in Columbus in fairly decent condition, which I think was a very good condition for being so heavy. So he went back to Kuwait and got terribly sick. I'm talking upper respiratory infection that put him down for quite some time. I mean, in the beginning, he was put on just antibiotics, and I guess he didn't finish him because he started feeling better and went back to the gym. And then it came back and really knocked him down. So he ended up in the hospital on IV antibiotics, and he didn't eat for almost 25 days. 25 days. He had no voice. I mean, he still had no voice when he came to Phoenix, April 20th. So he was basically not eating. He was down. He was on cortisone, prednisone, antibiotics, you name it, he was on it just to get rid of the infection in his chest. And he was still on cortisone when he came to Phoenix, April 20th. And I remember when I picked him up from the airport, he had no voice, and he was 300 pounds, which I was surprised because he wasn't, and not good looking 300 pounds. He looked way better at 335. So, and that told me right there and then that it was really serious, and he wasn't training like he's supposed to, and it just wasn't perfect. So he came and 2 days after he arrived. Matter of fact, a day later, we already had to fly out to Brazil to represent our great sponsor, GAT, of course, and which didn't help him too much, traveling this far after having an 18-hour flight, being able to rest for one day and then get on another 14, 15-hour flight, going to Rio de Janeiro, where we handle our business, of course. We came back from Rio. We had another 4 days before we had to head out to Pittsburgh, the guest post, of course, for Jim Mannion. And we committed, and he wouldn't want anything, nothing would have stopped him to go there to guest post. And he was there. He managed, let me back this up one more time. When we came back from Brazil, he was still around 300 pounds, and then he started eating. We had 4 days where he basically could eat all his meals, and he got a rest, and he went up to 310, and that's what he guest posed at in Pittsburgh. And as you saw in Pittsburgh, he was big. It was a very lean Ramy, but it was just not a pro athlete that looked like he was 2 weeks out, because, like I said, at that point we didn't think that he was going to compete. We already had our mind set on the next show, which would have been Chicago. But I have to say, this man is a warrior. He is unbelievable. He will do whatever he has to do in order to get stuff done. And he didn't want to let Steve down. He didn't want to let Jim Mannion down. He said, I came here last year, I won this show. He said, I promised I'd come back. So he said, Dennis, let's do whatever we have to do and see if we can make it. So we just treated every day like it was the last day, you know what I mean? Still not knowing exactly if we're going to make it or not. But I have to say, it's unbelievable how his body transformed in days on zero carbs. I mean, he was on zero carbs the whole time, and he did not complain one single time. He didn't complain. He wasn't moody. He was still smiling. He was doing his work. And I have to say, this is an athlete where I work with a few guys, but I have to say that he is one of the true warriors that don't complain, because when it comes down to it, it's their physique, it's they have to get on that stage, and he knows that, you know, it's a team until you walk on stage, and as soon as he gets on stage, it's up to him. So he didn't leave no stones unturned. You know, we did what we had to do. We trained every day. He even did cardio. You know what I mean? There's certain things you have to do. So, and yeah, we decided that he's good enough to come here and you know, try to defend his title, which he will tomorrow. And yeah, you know, like I said, it was a rough 2 weeks for the both of us because I had to be on top of him too, you know. And of course, I went to every training session with him. I trained most of the session with him too, other than legs, because I don't mess around with legs no more. So, and yes, it was a fun week, but it was hard. You know, we had Beto with us the last couple of days, so I had to kind of multitask a little bit. But like I said, you know, a big man stayed at my house. He is absolutely, my family loves him. My wife, she talks about him more than she talks about me. He gets love on the egg white omelets, you know, with ketchup, and I get nothing. You know what I mean? But you know what? I understand it. He's the most humble person you will ever meet, and he deserves every ounce and every bit of success that he will have or he has right now. And I'm looking forward to seeing Ramy to step on stage tomorrow and give it 100%. And act like a true professional and a true champion that he is. Until then, we will see you guys tomorrow for prejudging. It starts, I think, at noon. We will be there for the athletes meeting, you know, check in. And like the world, I know the world is ready to see it, New York is ready to see it, and Ramy is ready to bring it. See you guys tomorrow. Peace.